Welcome back to Executive Orders, White House Power. Today, we're diving into President Donald Trump's latest health report. At 78, he's declared to be in excellent health. Let's unpack what that means. There he is. That's our guy. Walking off of, I think it was Air Force One, going to Walter Reed to get that checkup. Let's see what happens. Here is a shot of Walter Reed National Military Medical Center, where Donald Trump went to get his physical and other tests as well as meet the troops. Walter Reed National Military Medical Center, formerly known as the National Navy Medical Center, and also referred to as a Bethesda Naval Hospital, Walter Reed, or Navy Med, is United States Military Medical Center located in Bethesda, Maryland. That's when you go to DC, and I've been there, I've worked there, World Bank. Go to Northwest DC, and you take the line, and it's at the end of the line. It's one of the largest, most prominent military medical centers in the United States, and it has provided medical care for several United States presidents since its opening in 1940. In 2011, Walter Reed Army Medical Center, named after the yellow fever researcher Walter Reed, who he discovered yellow fever, and I think he may have come up with like a vaccine or something like that. Well, back in the day when they were coming up vaccines, right? Was combined with the National Navy Medical Center. Actually built, when you look in this, you can see where they expanded it. And if you go online and see a map, they expanded and built even underground tunnel stuff to it to ship people, in and out. And, I think there's a helicopter pad there too, to form today's tri-service Walter Reed National Medical Center, military medical center for military people only, basically. They've got some fantastic things there too. I mean, literally the latest and greatest of all medical technologies there, literally. Stem cells, methylene blue injections, everything. All the generals go there, colonels, senators, etc. But interestingly, except Hillary Clinton and Nancy Pelosi, remember she just had a hip operation. Why didn't she go there? So you see, on April 11th, like a week or so after his Liberation Day, right? President Trump visited Walter Reed for his annual physical. All the presidents have to do it. I think even the vice president, they all have to do it just to make sure that they're safe, sound, etc. The report released by White House physician Captain Sean Barbabella, you see him in that picture, he's on the right side. And it states that the president exhibits robust cardiac, pulmonary, neurological, and general physical functions. So he's in good health. And, obviously they've got the best doctor there, so he's in good hands as well. So the White House physician, Captain Sean Barbabella, reported that Trump exhibits robust cardiac, pulmonary, neurological, physical, right? So let's go through each of the results here, okay? Let's start with this one. Basically, what this is the release, and of course, Blabbermouth, Marjorie Taylor Greene had to release it first. It goes to Carolyn Levitt in a White House, she's a White House press secretary, and this discusses his health. It has his age here, 78, 78 years old. That is his height, 6'2", 6'3". I'm a little taller than him. And his weight, 224 pounds, and everyone's on him about that positively. That means he lost 20 pounds since his last presidency, when he got this weight measured in 2020, after he got over the bout of COVID. It's good heart rate, blood pressure, all this stuff looks really good. It's like someone in their late 20s and 30s. And it shows vision's good. They check your ears, blah, 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 except for the scar on his right ear from the gunshot. They literally even mention that. and they measure, thyroid, this and that. And apparently he's in great shape. Let's go to the second page. Now, this page is showing, his cardiac says good, gastro, said that's good. They look at your urinary, your muscular, stuff. They make you stretch, reach here, do that, balance on one leg. I mean, I've seen some of this. That's pretty interesting. And let's see, they measure his neurological behavior. That's called the Montreal Cognitive Assessment, also known as MOCA. We're going to get to that last, okay? And he basically answered the 30 out of 30 questions. And he also do other stuff too on it they don't tell people about. But he went to the one that, shows he's pretty much in good, mental health and stuff like that. Biden didn't pass this stuff, just so you know. And he's got like skin burn from playing golf too much. And his lipids and everything are within good range. But something to note is he has taken some medication. He's taken Crestor, Zetia, and Elicon. But we'll get to that in a second. But, look, his blood is great. This guy, it shows he's eating well. He's probably getting those vitamin shots and taking probably methylene blue or nat plus. I mean, he's in great shape here. Rich people got the money, rich people got the health. All right, now this is second to the last page, and it shows his other medical history. He had an appendectomy at 11, which is pretty sad, and he's had a cataract surgery. I didn't know he had cataract surgery. Bilateral, that means off of both eyes, probably from being out there in that sun all the time. And when a lot of these golfers, when they golf, they don't use they don't use shades. I don't know why. But in Trump, we've known that his guy, he's a scratch golfer, so he's good. And he's played one time, I remember 10 years back, from sunrise, like 5:45 to about damn near 5 in the evening, almost 11 hours. That's crazy. And with his grandkids, he'll play a long while too. But these are the ones we're telling about. Rosuvastatin, also known as Crestor, ezetimibe, known as Zetia. He takes aspirin. A lot of people do. I don't know what the verdict is on that, so people need to check in on that. And then mometasone, which is, that's the other one, elotone or Edelin, whatever it's called. It's called Elocon. Basically a skin conditioner, I guess, burnt sunburn or something like that. And then they give you the summary here. And it says immunizations. We all know he doesn't take the vaccines, but he did get the one that they had that was designed just for COVID and related flus, okay? And then just so they have something out there called universal vaccine. Something we should be able to do, right? All right, here is the MOCA, the Montreal Cognitive Assessment Test. You see, it's visual, spatial, they actually have you do stuff in the room with that stuff as well. Draw a clock. What are these animals? They give you things to memorize. And you have to memorize them and see them back and spell them, and even sometimes spell them backwards. Then, the attention one, and then the language. See how many languages you know and pronouncing properly and abstraction. Then they have you. They ask you stuff, and then they delay you being able to answer that. All right, that's what they call delayed recall. See if you can remember what I'm talking to you about. And then the orientation, what day, year, month, where are you at, what city. Biden, I heard Biden, let's see, after the first, back in 2020, he actually passed this, but he did not pass it before his first debate with Trump. And crazy, you know what else? Neither did Kamala. Oh man, this is something else, I'm telling you. The world we live in. Okay, well that's that. Thank you for being here. So what do you think about President Trump's health report? Is it a genuine reflection of his well-being or a strategic move in the political arena? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more insights from Executive Orders White House Power. Thank you. Please hit the like button and the subscribe button. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate you for it. And also because it helps the algorithm reach more people. Thank you.